afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Walnut Lodge's Foundations Intensive. This is part 2, and this is week 3. So it's Monday. I hope you guys all had a really nice weekend. It was a nice weekend. Well, a little bit of rain, but you know, spring is coming. All right, with that said, we're just going to get going. And hey, Babs and Patty, good to see you there. Hope everything is cool. All right, so today you might need a block, but you definitely will need a bolster or something to lay on later, and a strap. All right, so we've been working on this warm-up, and I'm just going to keep going with this. It's going to get a little harder, you know. It's getting pretty hard, but we can take a little bit more, I think. All right, so we're just sitting, checking out our knees, and like I've had quite a few knee operations from accidents when I was little, athletic accidents, but just allowing every day a sit with the full range of motion, it's really helpful. Even if you're not sitting in hero, I'm not sitting in hero, I'm just sitting on my heels. I can get to hero, but it takes me, you know, a little bit of work. It takes me some warm up and some time, but you know, I'm to the point where I can sit on my heels, you know, pretty easily. And then as I sit here for about a minute, my knees are good. It's just really been a game changer. All right, let's come forward. Check out our hands. Spread them nice and wide. Rotate the elbows to the side. Walk them back or walk your knees forward until you feel like you're kind of at the edge of your stretch. And then just little rocks, a little past your edge, just baby rocks, saying hello to the joints. Always looking for the difference. I have a, you know, my right hand is always tighter than my left, but I think that is pretty much the case with people that are right-handed, considering how much more we do with our right hand. All right, now making the rock happen with the fingers. Dig the fingers, release. Dig the fingers, release. Dig the fingers, and just really, you know, just notice how much you can really shift your whole body. Release. Dig, release. One more. Dig, hold the dig, and then shoulders forward. So pressing the fingers, the tips of the fingers into the mat as hard as you can, clawing it almost for this particular exercise, and then pushing forward while you do that. Yeah. And I can always feel that thumb, but it's starting to release a lot quicker than it has been. Because now we've been at this a while, right? We have 6 weeks in. Couple more breaths here. Really press and release. But when you release, tuck your toes, sit back. If you can't sit back here, just be here, or just let your feet go. But you know, it's this toe stretch, kind of like the knee stretch. There's a lot of people at the lodge that have problems with their feet, right? That's why they come. They have problems with their arches, plantar fasciitis, all that stuff. All right. Fingers towards. Spread them open. Walk the knees a little bit. Sit back. So all of the stuff that we're doing, none of it's rocket science. It's all pretty simple. Does it work? Yes. but it won't work unless you add it to your life on a regular basis. Every day? Well, for some things, you need to do them every day. I need to sit on my heels every day like that. You know what your body needs after a while. So you have to do something every day. You have to eat, you got to breathe, you have to move. So once you start thinking about it like that, it becomes less of a chore, I think. Just maintenance. A couple more breaths here. And release that. All right, moving on to part 2. Hands forward, sitting back, just waking up that low stomach and allowing the flexion and extension of the spine. So we're going to pull our tailbone under, feel that low stomach lift up against the spine, come forward, and then release the sit bones back, feel the curve change, look forward, inhale. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, let the head follow the line of the curve. Inhale, release the tailbone, feel the chest change, look forward. Exhale, really feel that low stomach. Inhale, release. Exhale, pull. And up. Inhale, release. And down. Exhale, pull. And up. Inhale, release. And down. Exhale, pull. And up. Inhale. And down. Exhale, pull. And up. Inhale. And release. Exhale, pull. And up. Inhale. Couple more. Exhale, pull. And up. Inhale. Release. Last one. Exhale, pull. Inhale. Release. Just sit back. Feel the fold. Arms are long. And then we're going to slide out to plank. Sphinx plank. Push your chest up. Tailbone is reaching. It's now, I think easier to slide out to the Sphinx plank. We understand the hip. And then today, we're going to release the pelvis down, but keep your sit bones driving. And then just breathe your chest forward. So try to feel the middle of your back pushing through your chest, going forward. Try to keep your sit bones pushing into the backs of your legs. Almost imagine that somebody has a rope around your upper back. It's coming right at the level of your armpits. And when you inhale, that is pushing forward. A couple more. Now, push from the elbows, lift your sit bones, push back, creep the elbows back just a little bit today. Push the armpits back, tuck your toes, and then press up. Dolphin. So we're pushing from our hands to our elbows. Armpits are reaching towards your feet, or you could feel them pushing towards the floor. Just keep extending. Hands, elbows, armpits, up to the sit bones. Keep pushing away. And then knees down. Reach back. It's a little slow today. Out this Monday. Half regular plank. And remember, people that cannot do this work on the hands, that's why I do the work on the elbows first. So you always have something to go to. Alright, so we're just pushing up. Excuse me, tucking our tailbone. Alright, then we're just going to slow, lower down, nose touch. Push up. Tuck the toes, lift the sit bones. Feel yourself fold, and then push up. Down dog. Press the heels. Today, push that right heel into the ground. Pull the quad up. Right from the get-go. Push through. And then change. Press that left leg. Kneecap is lifting. Feel the stretch. Feel the fingers. Push away from your fingertips. You know, so now that should be a familiar feeling, right? And then press both heels, pull your tailbone, and just lower to that plank. Just hold the plank today. Push up. Couple breaths. So not passing through this on this first round, just really trying to establish all these pieces. Now, so what I want you to notice, though, and you let me know, after all this work that we've done, this detailed work that we've done, all this stuff should be easily executed. Inhale, lift the sit bones, but go high up on the balls of the feet. Push with your arms. Do you feel that stretch? And then bend the knees and come down. Lengthen out. Sphinx. Pull your stomach. Chest down. Push up. Just a couple of these just to feel that. Down. Push up. One more. Down. Push up. Keep up. Lower your legs. Pubic bone hits the ground. From here, squeeze your glutes. Press your sit bones into the backs of your legs. Reach your chest forward. Breathe the lower ribs forward. Press the feet into the ground. Almost like you're going to do a cobra. Just push. Couple breaths. And then release the sit bones upward. Lead with the sit bones. Just come back a little bit. Push. Tuck the toes. And press up. Dolphin. Stay here. Push. Sit bones lift. Reach through the arms. So feel that line, elbows to your sit bones. Feel that stretch in the front of your arm. Maybe you feel it in the front of that deltoid. Maybe you feel it right in the joint. So if you want to do this next part, you're going to look at the mat, and then you're going to go nose touch between your hands and push back. And nose touch and push back. And nose touch and push back. And nose touch, push back. One more. and nose touch. Push back. Bend the knees. Reach the hips back. Let the arms go to straight. Couple breaths. Pull your tailbone. Half plank, right? Feel your shoulders push to the front of your hands, right? And down, push up. Again, down, push up. Again, down, push up. Again, down, push up. Again, down. One more, and down, push up. Tuck the toes, fold the sit bones, and press back. Heels reach. Spread the fingers. Couple breaths here. Lift the sit bones as you push your heels to the ground. Knees are lifted. Feel the fingers push. It's working that down dog a bit today. Push. Pull your tailbone. Lift your guts up. Full plank. Push your spine up. Release the shoulders. Push the spine up. Release the shoulders. Push the spine up. Release the shoulders. Push the spine up. Release. One more. Push the spine up. Release the shoulders. Push the spine up. Lift the sit bones up. Push away from your fingers. Push your forehead towards your belly. Feel the shoulders stretch. Bend the knees. And come back. Breathe. In the child pose, just breathe here. One more. Slide out. Sphinx plank. Push up. Tuck the toes. Press. Full plank. Breathe. Sidearm balance. Roll to your right side. Lift the hips up. Lift that left hip up. Push. Arm out. Breathe. Inhale, exhale, roll, lift the waist and roll. Other side, lift that right hip up and reach. Lift the belly up, roll. Press your sit bones up. Walk back to dolphin. And then just push your armpits. Breathe. keep pushing the armpits. Lower back plank. Push. Back up. Full plank. Roll. Right side. And up. Side plank. Breathe. Big inhale, exhale, roll center, side plank, left, right arm up, breathe. Inhale, exhale, roll, center, lower to the ground. Press your feet, drive your sit bones, press, cobra, breathe, kneecaps lift, sit bones drive. Keep your shoulders pressing down. Pull your belly up. Inhale. Up dog. Let your knees stay down. Press your pelvis. Pull it up in the front. Drive the sit bones down. Reach your chest forward. And then tuck the toes under. Push back, feel the fold. Just feel the fold of it. Pushing that to the biggest fold that you can. And then straightening the legs. Trying to keep as much fold as you can. If you can't straighten your legs, that's okay. Couple breaths. And then knees down to the sit. And breathe. So, what I did there was I combined all that work that we have done. And there are, for the people that can't go onto the hands, you can just repeat the Sphinx and all of that on the elbows. So let me know if that was doable. I'm thinking that you made it through. So that's kind of what, the beginning of this is going to look like. It almost is like a small cat's into a big cat's. Just a little bit more focus on just positions and arm strength. All right, so let's reach our legs forward. And I think I need a drink. All right, so get your block. I actually forgot my other block, so I'm just going to use my bolster. I think it'll work. So we're not going to do a lot of these. today, just a couple rounds. So, what are we doing? Well, we're doing the shrugs in the seated position to really, keep working on the strength of the shoulder girdle to hold the shoulders onto our back. Press the elbows to straight and then push up. Try to keep your chest as lifted as you can. Breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And come down. Couple breaths.
Babs says she's made it so far.
Yay! Good. Good. It's a lot of work, Babs. So, my whole goal for this foundation series online is to just, continually build strength. So that's great. All right, so now we're going to do the same thing with the shrugs. So the elbows aren't gonna bend. We're just working the shoulder connection into the back. So here we go. Press the arms to straight and push up. And we go down and up. 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 2 more. Down and up. Down and up. And release. So what we're going to do here today is take that low back, push forward, flex the ankles, pull the toes. So our forward bends that we were working on last week, we did them with a fold at the hips, knees bent. So you can bend your knees a little bit here if you want. And you really want to feel this forward bend coming from the low back. So we're just making an angle at the hip. We're not collapsing over. But what you can do is you can creep down. If you can grab your feet, grab your feet. But if you have to really round your back to do that, don't. Keep pushing forward. Just feel where that is. And then cross the ankles and come down. Just relax over a little bit, just getting this position. So maybe your elbows are on the floor. This isn't a big stretch, it's just a release, really. And then come back up, change the cross, go back down. So we'll be getting into a little bit more of the hip work this week, but not on Mondays and Wednesdays so much because that's going to be a focus really on backs and cores again. Come back up, release. All right. We're not going to do this one again today, so you can move this stuff, but we are going to pull and pull. Just to feel the hip flexors, feel the lift, feel the lift. And remember, this isn't just going up. It's going up and in, up and in, up and in, up and in. Hands down, both. Up and up and up and up and up and up and up. And up, 2 more, and up, up, stay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come down, bend the knees. Tuck that tailbone under. And roll. Nice and slow. Release down. Couple breaths. And then just a little side to side. Mainly just let it go. One more. Right, left. Come back in. Pull the knees in. So, first week. Pull the knees with the arms. Pull the pubic bone into your spine. Let go with your arms. Feel the hip flexors and your abdominals. Keep the abdominals. Let go of the hip flexors. Knees reach out over your hip sockets. Keep the shoulder. Today we're going to take our hands, pull them by our waist. Reach them forward. You can keep them on the ground if you want. Just feel your shoulder girdle pushing down. Stretch the legs to straight. Keep that low back on the ground. Now, press the upper body. Keep your head like this as long as you can, and then when you can't hold it anymore, underneath. Breathe, lower. Keep the low back on the floor. One more big inhale and pull the legs up. Bend the knees. So I don't think you're probably watching, but I was letting my legs go up and then lowering them and coming back up and lowering them. And that's because I'm kind of playing the edge of what I can do there. And how do you know what that is? When that low back starts coming off the ground, you know that's as far as you can go. So I go back up and I reconnect that low back, try to hold, and then I go down again just to really, kind of work that line. All right. Working to the roll up. Pull, 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 pull. Start letting yourself roll. Pull, 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 pull. Couple more. Pull, pull. Last one. And to the roll up. Grab a hold of your knees. Push your pelvis into your thighs. Lift your chest. Roll your shoulders down. Feel that nice angle at the hips. Forward position of the pelvis. Let go. Breathe. Keep pushing your pelvis forward. Keep breathing. Now we're going to keep our legs where they are, right? And we're going to roll our pelvis down to the ground. So feel your pelvis, it's going forward, right? Now we're just going to change the curve. Pull your belly, pull your belly. Legs up, bend them, breathe. Roll up. All right, now we're going to try to roll from here down onto our left side. So we're going to roll to the side. And then we're going to pull back up. All right? Now, if that's too much on your back, then you're going to pull straight to the center. So let's do it to the right. Hold on, let go. Slow roll to the right side. Hold on, roll to the right side. Now we're going to pull just onto our back, legs up, and then we will roll back up. All right? So let's just do that variation today. If you want to roll straight up to here, go ahead. We're just going to do a couple more of these. So let go, and we're going to roll and add that side roll. This is some really interesting core work. And then pull the waist to the ground, legs to the ceiling, roll back up. Just one more today. So roll to the right. That was a little sloppy on my part. Tailbone. And pull the waist to the ground, legs up. Roll up. Cross the ankles. And hang forward. So that's some of my favorite core work, adding that motion to it. Because we don't just go forward and back. We go forward and back and to the side and all around. So we need to be able to have, all of those things online. All right. So we're going to roll ourselves up to standing, and we're going to go to a couch. But before we go to a couch or a chair, we're going to go to a wall, and we're going to do our 1 minute and a half. Actually, I think we'll just do 1.5 minute wall sit just to feel our quads. All right. So moving to a wall. Put your back against a wall. All right. Knees can touch, or you can have a little space. You're just looking for your knees to go right out from your hip sockets, all right? So we're gonna slide down the wall. Knees are over our ankles. Thighs are parallel to the ground, and breathe. So I did have a question as to why this isn't like just the regular squats, lifts off of the chair. Well, this targets the quads really specifically, and when we are using the squat off the chair, it's quads also, but there's a lot of hip there, there's a lot more glute there, and that forward fold can take some of the weight out of the legs or out of the quads. But here, it's just quad. And you can feel it working immediately. You know, so this is the classic skiing exercise, right? So because you need these to be really strong. But it's also just a really simple way to target the quads. We're already at 1 minute. So we're just going to try for, you know, a minute and a half today. I think maybe that's where you were on Thursday, but we'll repeat that. So really feel the feet push into the ground. And so this action of trying to straighten the knees pushes your back against the wall. All right, now we're at 1:20. So we just have 10 seconds to go. So push for the last 5 seconds here. And then what we're going to do is slowly, just let yourself slide down the wall. And just hang out here for a couple of breaths. Simple, very simple. Doesn't take very much time. All right, let's come to standing. So we're going to come over to our couch. And we're going to need our strap and our bolster, not so much our block. But before we do that, we're going to do a quad stretch. Now this one is for Gloria. So just reach down and grab your ankle or your foot. Sit on your couch or your chair and just pull that knee towards the ground. It doesn't have to go on the ground, but you can see that this is the half hero, right? Now, for the rest of us that don't have the knee issues, if you put your knee right on the ground and tuck your tailbone under, you're going to feel the quad stretch, right? So if I can't get my knee down, I'm just going to let it dangle. I'm going to hold the back of my couch and just hold the heel in, all right? So for some people that have knee issues, you can't even do this very well because the knee is just not going to let you do that, all right? So you just have to deal with it how you can deal with it. My favorite thing is, this, just sitting. Why do I like just the sit for the quad stretch? Because there's no motion. So I'm getting down here, and I know, Gloria, you've been sitting on your bolster, and that is really helping. Sitting, and actually you've gotten lower. So if you just do this on a regular basis, and you don't push it, so maybe I start out sitting on my bolster, or more than a bolster. So no matter where you are, once you get down to here, then we're going to be on to just a little bit more quad stretch. So if we lean back, we can feel the quads going on more of a stretch, right? And we can keep going there. So even if I'm up on this bolster, if I go back, I can start this, but what happens when you're higher is that you'll feel yourself going into your low back. So what you have to do is you got to push your butt forward, tuck your tailbone under, so that you don't feel anything in your back. And then you'll feel it in your quads. So actually what I'm doing is I'm putting my fist right on my back, right? And then I'm pushing my fist down to that bolster and trying to get my sit bones and my tailbone through my legs, just like we've been doing for the last the first 40 minutes of class, right? Working on that same thing. So why is this important? Well, because of the next work that we're going to do, we are going to need a little bit of that. So today what I want you to do is grab your strap and tie it around your thighs. All right, so we're going to go into our back extensions with our feet underneath the couch. All right, so out we go. Our feet are underneath. First thing, the strap was too loose. You have to really kind of tighten it down, because then the first thing that we do is we want to press out on the strap. So as we do that, as we press out on the strap, you know, if it's too loose, then your legs come too far apart. Do your legs come apart here? Yeah, they can come apart. All right, so I'm on my arms just because I like this angle for the back, right? Drive your sit bones into the backs of your legs. Make sure that what we're doing in this first part is just working on the pelvis. All right, so push out, push the feet up into the couch. Try to lift that couch off the floor with your legs. Tuck your tailbone under. All right, pull your stomach up. Try to take the top part of that pelvis and push it to the ceiling. Mainly what we're doing is we're trying to rotate the pelvis posterior, right? That's what we're thinking about. Pubic bone down, top of the pelvis to the ceiling. And then notice how that opens the front of your hip sockets. Just keep working that. Feel your glutes. Drive your glutes down as far as you can into your legs. Squeeze that again. If you feel like you've got a really good grip on the glutes, push again. Take the arms away. Don't come up any higher than you were. Just keep working the pelvis. Breathe. Keep breathing. Take one more big inhale, and then exhale, tuck under more. Can you squeeze the glutes just a little bit more? And then release everything, hands back underneath your chest, drop your head. And feel your breath in your waist. Come up onto your elbows. Hands underneath your chin or fists. If you haven't been here in a while, check out your back. If you feel like you are jamming down, then you need to do the same thing you just did. Squeeze your butt, push the backs of your legs, push your sit bones into the backs of your legs, and then relax your chest and your throat. Breathe your rib cage forward towards your arms. Keep relaxing your throat. And then come down. Turn your head to the side profile. Let your neck stretch. And turn your head to the other side. Breathe. Come back to center. Arms underneath your chest. One more extension. Starting the same way. Press open on the strap. Push your feet up into the couch or the chair. Sit bones drive down. Pubic bone presses. Upper part of your sacrum goes to the ceiling. Let go of your hands. Take them behind your back and then just stretch them to straight. All right, open the collarbones. I know we didn't do much arm stretching today. Breathe the collarbones forward. Keep pressing the sit bones down. Keep trying to rotate the pelvis. Keep pressing. One more big inhale. And release yourself down. Press your hips back. To a child pose. And then if you can, loosen your strap a little bit. Don't take it off. Tuck your toes under. Press yourself back to squat. I was too close to my couch. So your legs are tied together. Heels are down if you can. I'm leaning against my couch and with my back straight. So I'm not really getting that deep into my hips. We're just really using this as a counter. And we're going to do one more thing. Just to kind of put a nice little point onto the back, which is going to be pleasant. All right, it's Monday. So take your bolster. Lay it out. You might need your block. Put it underneath your back, up against your waist, and then just lay yourself back. Big inhales. Let the ribs go up. Sit bones are on the ground. If you need that block underneath your head, put it there. Reach the arms up to the ceiling, interlace them, stretch them overhead. Keep the elbows straight. Inhale, breathe out. Reach, exhale, release the shoulders. If your arms don't touch, no big deal. Just keep going. Inhale, push straight out. Exhale, release. Just a couple more. Now, bend the knees. Keep your arms where they are. Roll onto your right side. And then our left arm is above our head. Just kind of hang here, a couple breaths. Breathe up into that left rib cage. And we're going to roll back onto our spine and then roll immediately to the other side. Reach that arm. Just feeling a nice little rib opening here. And then release this by rolling forward, pressing yourself then to a child pose. Rolling yourself up. All right, everybody, that's it for day 1 of week 3 of the second session. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for your support, and enjoy the sunshine. Namaste.